Welcome to the MRLab. With this software, you can build your first MR sequences by combining different components yourself and observe their effects through block simulations, either on individual magnetization components or on brain phantom data. The software includes many different components, which are best explored by experimenting on your own. In the following example, I will generally demonstrate RF pulses and the creation of a spin echo. Here on the left side, you can see various sequence building blocks. Templates for non-selective, like here, non-selective and slice selective RF pulses, as well as gradients, like here, are predefined. Below that, there's here named as RF pulse. There's a category with different RF pulses applied along a specific direction. Here it is predefined the X direction, but the phase you can change individually. So all individual pulses can be further specialized. Some readouts down here, like the 2D EP or the flash sequence, are also already implemented as complete blocks. But let's start by building a sequence. To do this, simply drag and drop a module downwards. So right now we start with the 90-degree non-selective RF pulse. On the right side, you can observe here the block simulation, which shows how the module affects the individual magnetization vectors. Here you can just click on play, for example, and during the RF pulse, all magnetization vectors are flipped into the transverse plane. The visualization also displays the projection of these vectors here in gray, helping you to see their transverse components. I stop it here with pause, just click on it here. Due to the relatively long relaxation times we have in this example, or specifically in this time frame, the relaxation is not immediately visible. For stopping the video, I've already clicked on the pause button, and if you want to see the state of the magnetization for a specific time point, we can just click with our mouse with the right button to one specific time point. For example, in this example, it is before the excitation. Here it starts, it is in the middle of the RF pulse, and here after the 90-degree RF pulse. For a better overview, you can also just zoom out a bit of the time diagram to see, for example, how the Z magnetization recovers during time. I'm just doing this here. Here you can slightly see how the signal amplitude decreases and the Z magnetization increases again. If you use a slice selective RF pulse instead of a non-selective one, so I just remove the selective one here and use a slice selective one here, only a specific region should be excited. The most common slice selection is in the Z direction for spatial encoding. To visualize this better, we adjust the block simulation settings to display multiple magnetization vectors in the Z direction. For this, I just click here on settings and reduce this all to 1 and use more Z magnetization vectors, just increase a bit the size. And here you can also see that you can change here the different T1 and T2 values. And I just selected with OK. And here when I just zoom out a bit, I can see the different magnetization vectors now along the Z direction. When we run now the simulation again, I just click here into the beginning. So at the start, they are all aligned along the Z direction. And click on play. Here you notice that at this time point, that the magnetizations are still excited in all slices. But by double-clicking on this module, you can see that you can make more precise adjustments. For example, you see right now that all gradient amplitudes are currently 0. If you increase the Z gradient to 10, for example, I can use this with here, or just type in the number, apply it, and save it with OK. And yeah, you will now see right now here that the gradient in the Z direction is now applied parallel to the RF pulse. When we start now the simulation again, you can see that here just in the central slice the Z magnetization vector is excited and the other ones are not affected. When we stop this again and when we lower this value again, for example to a value of 1, apply it and say OK, and start the simulation again, we can now see that again a broader range or more magnetization vectors are excited, so we excite in general a broader slice. Now, as the first example, we create a spin echo. So for this, we just remove here the selected RF pulse again, click on Reset View, and we first excite our magnetization with a non-selective RF pulse. And there are always interactions with the environment, which you can simulate using a background field. I can just use it here in the settings again and select here a background field with random and set a value to 1. And when this is enabled and we start with the simulation again, you can see that all magnetization vectors are excited, but also a dephasing process starts. We can see it better when we zoom out a bit again. And here you can also see that due to the background field, also the signal in the amplitude decreases more quickly. When we play this here with the projection, you can see the dephasing process. With the different directions of the arrows, you can see this dephasing. When we add now, we stop it again. When we add now a 180-degree pulse after the 90-degree RF pulse, so I select this one. And Then adjust the timing. So I can just click on here with the left mouse button and put it to a different timing. And when I just zoom out a bit again and just put it here. Yeah, for example here, you can see due to the gradient field here, the signal decreases. But after that, and I also started with play, the 180-degree pulse flips all the magnetization, and then a rephasing process starts again. And here at the end, nearly all magnetization vectors are already aligned, and I rephased it and also got nearly the full signal as we had in the beginning back. But of course, this only works if the 180-degree RF pulse, so the refocusing pulse, is applied at the time point defined as echo time half. So with these two building blocks of the 90-degree RF pulse and 180-degree RF pulse at the right timing, you have now built your own spin echo.